So, what's up, guys? My name is Mickey. Sitting in front of you right now is Vance. He is a football player. He's my son. He's been doing this for a little while now, and I decided that it would be a really cool idea to chronicle his life in football as he goes from here to all the way to the NFL, so that everybody can look back and see the trials, tribulations of what it took to get there. So, what's your name?
Vance.
How old are you?
I'm just turning 14.
And what do you play?
I play football
What team?
for the Galena Grizzlies, and I'm number 21, and I plan to stay number 21 up until high school when they pick our numbers.
Okay, so where is Galena? What city are we in?
We are in Reno, Nevada,
Okay.
and Galena is kind of more in the top, like near the mountains. The high
Okay.
school is.
How long you been playing?
I've been playing. I think this is my sixth or seventh year.
I think it's six, yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you play football?
I play football because it's an addiction, and I love it so much. I've been playing since second grade, third grade maybe, I think, and I just picked it up one day, thought it was the best thing in the world, and now I want to be in the NFL.
What did you mess up there? You said what?
I'm gonna be in the NFL.
That's right. We got to keep that positive
Yeah,
attitude
yeah.
and always concentrate on that goal, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So what about the first time you ever played? Do you remember how you felt?
At first, I was kind of frustrated. I was like, I don't get how to throw the ball. I don't get how to catch the ball. I hated it. But I watched it on TV with my dad. We were watching the 49ers, which is my favorite football team. Comeback season. But, I thought it was cool, but when I tried it, I didn't like it. But it's one of those things where when you get it down, you're just obsessed with it. And I became in love with it, really in love with it.
See, and I remember it a little bit different. I remember at practice, like the first practice, you were really nervous.
Oh yeah, I was scared.
you wanted to play football. You forced me and Mom to let you play. Like, you
'cause
wouldn't
they
let
were-
us.
They're afraid of the head injuries.
Yeah. And then I remember you being really, really nervous and scared even. I mean, you were young. And I remember even the first game you were pretty scared, and I think you might have even cried before it, if I remember right.
I probably did.
And then you know what, though? After that first game, there was no stopping you. There was no way you were ever going to do anything besides play football.
I remember the first time, it wasn't a game, it was a scrimmage, and they had me at middle linebacker, which is what I play now a little bit. They had me at middle linebacker, and I just went off. They blitzed me a lot, and every time I would get in there, and I would disrupt, and I would hit somebody, and I was just going off. They had me calling the blitzes, and my dad tells me that there are people on the sideline going what did you feed that kid? I just went off, and that's where I was my first year, 2 years, and then my third year, I think I went to outside linebacker, and yeah.
And then what do you play now? What's your main focus?
Running back, halfback, two back. Or,
Nah.
yeah, not two back. That's
How's that been going? How's that been going this year?
It's been great. I haven't gotten as many touches as I want, but every time I have got the ball, I've gotten positive yardage, and my last time I got the ball, I went for 11 yards. Would have had a touchdown if I didn't just get caught barely, because I had a wall of blockers in front of me, just barely caught it. We'll get to that. But every time I've gotten the ball, I've done good. Haven't got as much as touches as I like, but
How come?
there's just competition, a lot of competition. A lot of different people are getting the ball, and coaches just haven't found the time to put me in yet. But I know that if I keep playing how I will play and keep working harder than other people, then I'll eventually get a game where I'll get a lot of touches, and then coaches will see that, they should be giving me the ball more, way more, and that's what's gonna happen. Just gotta be patient. But
But it makes you really mad this year, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It really makes me mad. Like,
Why?
really mad. Well, just because, like, most of the time it's just going to the same kid. Every time. He does good with it, but I feel like when we're up, shouldn't just be giving it to the same kid. And I feel like even when we're not up, you still shouldn't just be giving it to the same kid. Because once we play a good team, they're just going to key that. But definitely want more touches.
And then what about this summer? What did we do all this summer so that you could get more opportunity?
The entire summer, we practiced 3 days a week, every week, out at Galena High School. And we practiced running back. And then the last couple of weeks, we practiced some defensive drills, but we were just mainly non-stop going at running back.
Mostly drills, a lot of drills, ladder drills and cone drills and passing drills. And
passing, yeah. And we worked really hard, and it will pay off eventually, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like it is going to pay off, but it will. And I know that, like, you have to have hard work and dedication, and patience is the number one.
So my thing with you, I think your biggest strength is your hands.
Oh, yeah.
You're real good pass catching back. So you can come out of the backfield, catch that ball at weird angles. I see you do it all the time. We're going to show some of those today on this video so people can see some of those. And also, I think you're a great north-south runner. I honestly feel like you're very similar to Frank Gore. You know, you drive that ball downfield. If someone gets in your way, you're going to put a hurt on them.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, you can make some cuts if you need to get in and out of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think your strengths are?
Hitting.
Yeah.
If someone's in my way, I will plow you. I do not care. I will hit you really hard. I will hit you, and you will not be in my way again. But like my dad said, I have hands, some of the best on the team. I don't always have I have breakaway speed, but I don't have like the most speed. I have enough. The speed is good. I do want to work on it, but I do have good enough speed for right now, but it will probably need to improve.
Well, and we're going to go into that in another episode this season. We're going to talk about training. We're going to talk about our goals. We're going to talk about why we're not weightlifting yet and why I don't recommend it yet personally. And we're going to talk about, you know, weightlifting and speed increasing over the next couple of years and why it's important over the next couple of years and why we didn't really push for weightlifting this year. And do you remember why we said that just briefly, if we can touch on that?
Yeah. You think that you think it's not smart because it could hurt me if we're not doing it right, and you want to build fundamentals.
Right. So we can worry about building muscle later when your body's a little bit older and a little bit more ready
High
for
school.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, at 14, maybe it's not the best idea to start getting yoked, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
I kind of don't need it though.
So how'd the last game go that we played Saturday?
We crushed them.
Yeah.
We have a winning team. We have a winning team for sure. We did pretty good against them. Our defense locked them up. We didn't do as good as we wanted to on defense because they did start driving on us in the passing game. But I feel like we could blame people, but there's not really a point because the whole defense messed up. Our rushing was good at middle linebacker. I really don't have a problem with blockers getting in my way because I played DN for a long time, so I know how to hit the swing moves, how to just stay off of me, act like they have like a disease or something. You just gotta get them off of you.
Okay, so I know you had one sack. I think you had two, and I know you had 6, 8, 10 tackles.
Yeah, probably like 8, 9, 10.
Okay,
8,
we
9
got
tackles.
a play keyed up right now. When one of the sack plays that you made, you want to watch it and talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here is you making a really nice sack on defense.
So
up on the line there.
This is our run heavy, where like basically what happens is we have 5 guys, a couple of defenders, and what happens is the middle linebackers go down on the line, and we rush, and we have a couple of our guys move up, and I was in there, and I just ripped through. I got through, and another guy came through again, and I hit him first, and then the other guy hit him, and we just sandwiched him. It was a nice hit. It was a good sack for a loss, probably about a 5-yard loss, and it was a good hit. It was a good play.
Yeah, and you could see you're on the right side there, 21.
Yeah, number 21.
You know, down right there. And I mean, I think these guys struggled on defense all night, against our defense all night, because I mean, look at that. He just ripped right through there and run the guy down. I mean, they didn't even slow you down.
Yeah, the way they line up was like how NFL teams do it, how they line up with like, 3-point. They just kind of stand there. And I feel like that's kind of a smart way to go, but a bad way to go, because you get that pass blocking protection that you need where you can drop back and block. But also, if you got a quick guy like me, I just blew right past him. He wasn't ready.
Okay. What about offense? You only had one carry, right? Because like you said, there was busy giving a lot of people the ball because we were doing really good. But if we look at this offensive play, you're lined up at H-back in the backfield, right?
Number 21.
Looks like we got a guy in motion coming across. Hand you the ball on the right, and you're going through, what's that, the 4 hole?
6.
The 6, okay. Not bad. And I mean, I'm looking at it, and it looks to me like you're getting, what do we got, about 8 yards probably on that play?
Yeah, 8-9 yards. If you can see, there's one guy who misses at the beginning, and I cut, and I have this huge wall of blockers. Should have been gone, but just barely get caught by a guy on the right. Barely catches my right foot.
So, I mean, you only had one play offensively, right?
And it was a good play.
Where you got the ball. You had, a few more plays where they put you at X or something like that?
Z.
Yeah, but that was at the point where they were basically handing everybody the ball, so you didn't really get to play a lot of, offensive.
Because I'm at the point where I'm not the guy where, like, oh, let's just give him the ball. We're up by so much. But I'm also not the guy that they go to first. I'm second string running back. I get in enough. I want to get in more, a lot more.
But the other thing is, you get a lot of play time too, because you play almost every snap on defense.
Oh yeah, almost every snap.
So I mean, you're definitely getting tons of play time. So now that we talked about the game you just played, how do you feel about your future as a football player?
In high school, I have no intentions to play defense.
So you're going to tell the coach, I don't play defense.
I'm a running back. That's it.
And that's the beauty of high school, right? Is you get to a point where you play one side or the other, and that's it.
Not gas from playing defense.
Right, and I mean that's another thing, right? Is in a lot of games when you get the ball, you've already been working your butt off on D, so you don't have the same energy as some of the other guys might.
Yeah.
So you're excited about high school next year?
Definitely a lot more excited about high school.
What about this year so far, and what's left of this year? Are you excited about it still, or are you just kind of working your way through it, or?
We have a great team. We have potential to play in Florida if we can get enough money to get there. But regular season wise, I think I'll definitely be getting more carries depending on what happens. I'll definitely be getting more carries. I plan to talk to the coaches about that. And I think what's going to happen is I'll get more carries, I'll do better, and by default I'll be doing better. I'll have more fundamentals. I'll be more ready for high school next year. And yeah, we have one tough team that I know we'll be able to beat next time. Our defense is great. Our offense could use some work, but it's great. When I'm on it too, it's probably pretty great when I'm running the ball. But yeah.
All right, so that is going to do it for this episode. Next week, we're going to talk about the game. We'll keep doing that every week. We're going to talk about how you're feeling about football and where you're at and what your accomplishments are. And maybe do some equipment, do some training stuff, show some of the drills that you like to run.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.